Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Jack, and welcome back to another video. So, in this one, first and foremost, I wanted to apologize for not having any gameplay sound, because if you pay attention to your top left corner of the screen, you will see that I am in party chat with Difo, also known as Dying Food, and we finally got a chance to talk and collaborate and talk about a little bit of everything, especially about Call of Duty and the community event that I made a video on, talking about basically my answer to Clan Wars, or the my backup plan to Clan Wars, because I thought Clan Wars originally in this game was going to be something like it was done in previous games, like Advanced Warfare or like in Ghosts, but no, it's only going to be for competitive, and I had a feeling that they might have gone in that direction, so I had a backup plan, and as I mentioned in my previous couple of Clan Wars videos of what I had in mind, especially the most recent one, so we've been collaborating on that, so in due time you guys will know the details, but we're just trying to, long story short, we're just trying to figure things out in terms of how to organize it, spreading the word and all that kind of stuff, and then once that gets situated, once we get to a certain point, you guys will be definitely notified about that, because it is a community thing. Everybody and anybody that wants to be a part of it can be a part of it, so therefore nobody will be left out. So, but at the same time, I didn't want the gameplay sound to be annoying with us talking in the background, and at the same time, you know, it's good to be left suspicious until we finally reveal what the plans are and how we're going to do everything. So, and of course I mentioned we, because again, like I said, it is a team effort. Everybody in the community is going to make this thing happen. It's not about one person, it's about all of us. Anyway, but let's talk about the subject of today's video. So the thing is that one thing that kind of breaks my heart is some of the more unpopular Call of Duties in recent years have some of the best ideas, and some of you might rip me a new one for this, and that's perfectly fine. I know that, for instance, Advanced Warfare, in a lot of people's eyes in the community, is regarded as one of the worst, if not the worst, Call of Duty ever made, and I respectfully disagree. But I understand where people are coming from, and I'm not going to disrespect them or talk shit about them, or make a video talking shit about them simply because they did not like a certain flavor of Call of Duty. I'm not going to do that, and nor do I want to, or nor do I feel like it. But sometimes we got to just look at reality and say, you know what, even some of the most unpopular Call of Duty games have had some really damn good ideas, and it is a shame, because the game ended up being unpopular, that some of these ideas were not brought back. For instance, I'm going to pick on Advanced Warfare, like I've been talking about since the beginning of the video. I'm going to pick on Advanced Warfare specifically because I didn't want this video to be too long, and I wanted to get the point across. For instance, let's say some of you might be divided on this, but just hear me out. One example, Pick 13 was a really good idea. It fit in with Call of Duty very well, and the fact that you can either add an extra score streak if you wanted to, or you can basically take them away so that way you can have more perks, in my opinion, was a damn good idea. But the thing that fell short with that idea is the fact that people were only picking 4 to 6 perks at the very most in that game. It's simple as that. People are using Scavenger, Toughness, Lightweight, and Blast Suppressor for the most part in that game, and and Ghost. So let's say 5 to 6 perks at best. All the other perks were barely touched upon. Every now and then you might see something kind of goofy or whatnot, but for the most part, the other perks were not touched all that much, at least for the majority. So that is where that idea fell apart. And on top of that, to make it even worse, is they gave us these modules, which was a great idea for the score streaks, to where you can kind of customize them. And the thing that fell short was the fact that most of the score streaks were underwhelming. None of them were really all that good. They were really weak in terms of what we were used to in a Call of Duty game. The ideas and how you can use them and stuff like that were really good, but the score streaks themselves were weak. So, and you wouldn't get that many kills. So, but it's like the idea was really good, but the execution was terrible, or not up to par with the idea. And that's heartbreaking, because those ideas really fit in with COD. Because we can customize our weapons, we can customize our loadout, pick our perks and all that kind of stuff. It would only make sense to customize our score streaks or kill streaks, because that's one of the main things that makes Call of Duty is those score streaks or the kill streaks. So it would make the perfect sense to be able to customize them. And I don't know if you guys noticed lately, we haven't been getting too many score streaks lately, and that Sucks that we don't have variety. But hey, if you give us less score streaks, hey, how about we make them customizable? How about we can turn the UAV into advanced UAV? Or, you know, the counter UAV, we can turn that into a more advanced UAV, or an advanced counter UAV. Like, we can turn that into a system hack. So I'm sure you guys are understand what I'm getting at here, is that, like, it really is a shame that it's all about numbers and it's all about money, because I'm telling you, man, some of these ideas that some of these quote-unquote unpopular Call of Duty games have come up with and have presented to us in the past have not been re-implemented again. And that's where, like I was talking about in my previous video, how much communication really plays a difference, because just because people don't like a certain flavor of Call of Duty doesn't necessarily mean that there's a part of the game that they didn't like. It's just that, like, for instance, in World War II, for instance, let me give you an example. I didn't like World War II, but I'll tell you what, though, I sure as hell respect the fact that you can grind and get weapons as opposed to having to test your luck, so to speak. And that's just one aspect. There's a couple of other things that World War II did nicely, but for the most part, though, it just wasn't my flavor. But I do have a reason or two to like the game, just not enough to play it, or for it to be my preferred type of COD to play. So, and that kind of sucks, because they think that everything about that Call of Duty that wasn't so popular, or that we were bitching about, was the failure. It's like, oh, let's scrap everything. People didn't like this, let's scrap everything about it. And I disagree with that, because there are a few things here and there that really can make the difference when you add it into a really good Call of Duty, or a Call of Duty that's a little bit more on par. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for this one. Let me know down in the comment section what you think. Talk about your other Call of Duties and what ideas you liked. I'd really like to know down in the comment section. Thank you very much for the support and the love, guys. I really appreciate it. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, let me know. And if you didn't, let me know what I could do to make my videos better. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.